As I awake on the morn of March 26th, 2025, I begin my usual routine. I walk my dog. I eat my breakfast. I sit my bum in front of the computer and launch Adobe Premiere. I begin my mindless menagerie of edits for my clientele, when I'm suddenly pinged in my Discord. Augustus, with snout and toe, drops a link to an announcement from the Nintendo of America Twitter account. Tune in tomorrow, March 27th at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for a live-streamed #Nintendo Direct, featuring around 30 minutes of upcoming games for Nintendo Switch. There will be no updates about Nintendo Switch 2 during this presentation. Watch it here. Like a hydraulic press, the sweat on my skin stiffens my compression gloves, letting loose a stink not known since the dawn of man. It enters my nose, and I like it. This was the smell of a Nintendo Direct. You see, the cacophony of musk around the world congregates into one spot. The second Shintaro Furukawa folds his competition at the mere mention of a Nintendo Direct. Yet, when the excitement reaches its breaking point, the neurons flare inside of my brain basket. All good things must come to an end. As if Steven Spielberg had ripped the film from my mind, I could see the events which led me to this sense of euphoria. The journey that defined my evolution from gamer boy to gamer man. Hi, hello, how are you? My name is Pinoy, and today I say goodbye to the Nintendo Switch. January 2017. I'd only recently found a direction in life through video editing. At the time, I was unaware that people would pay me for pressing Ctrl K and syncing video game music to stream highlights. I'd been editing professionally for only 3.5 months. I spent my first paycheck on a PlayStation 4 with God of War 3 Remastered, Bloodborne, Uncharted: The Nathan Drake Collection, Uncharted 4, The Last of Us Remastered, Ratchet & Clank, Infamous Second Son, and most delectably, Final Fantasy 15. I had just gotten out of an abusive relationship with League of Legends. Since 2012, I had been a broke, fat, pathetic, weak man. No job, no life, all League of Legends, clinging to the hope of becoming an analyst at the World Championships. January 2017 changed that for me. Finally, having $1 to my name, the ecstasy excreting from the pores of my palpable wide nose leaped at the chance to make the aforementioned purchase. I'd forgotten what it was like to play a video game that didn't make me hate myself and everyone around me. The brutality of beating Zeus's head in again, the fear of turning a corner on the streets of Yharnam, the absolute bliss of my buddies in black. Video games rule. Indulging myself in the much-deserved buffet of, quite honestly, life-changing experiences, my third eye had begun to open. If I am to leave the port of Bilgewater and live an honest life, wallet at the ready, then I need two things: money and time. For 2 weeks, I pushed this fat sack of shit as far as I could, editing and uploading videos daily, only giving myself 15 minutes of playtime before bed. And on the night of the 12th, I saw it. January 13th, 2017. The first Nintendo Switch presentation was the following day. A day that I will never forget. On that day, I bore witness to absolute cinema. The majority of these massive titles could not be contained through a strict scripted suckling, and so I asked the real Pinoy to take over. ARMS, Splatoon 2, Super Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, dude, Fire Emblem Warriors, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Octopath fucking Traveler, Skyrim, Travis Strikes Again, and Breath of the Goddamn Wild. The pure, unadulterated soy expression on my face held still like a kid deemed toxic by John Cena. I couldn't move a muscle in my face because I realized that I was staring at the future of gaming as we know it. The Nintendo Switch, a portable hybrid console with the capability to crush my eyeballs with AAA first and third party medium rare ribeye gaming. Many of my friends would push back. The Wii U, they said. It's not going to sell, they said. I nestle my nose onto my then Blue Yeti. I then place my lips onto my then Blue Yeti with the rancor of Kevin Owens. He you! Reggie Fils-Aimé already had his T1000 so far down my gullet. There was no convincing me otherwise. Time was the only thing keeping me from the treasure. The days pass, weeks, months. Within that time, something became clear to me. For all that time, I had no time. At this point, speed and recency were king to stay on top of content creation. As an editor and channel manager, this meant downloading and editing streams while my clientele was still live, aiming to have videos vividly cut, thumbnails promiscuously placed, and communities comforted with transparency and positivity, leaving me without time. A man without time is a man out of time. You wake up, you eat, you shit, you work, you sleep. Time. I grew fat on the praise of others. Each night, a sacrifice of the mind for the joy of another. To this day, I feel no ounce of regret, because on the dawn of March 3rd, 2017, a gift had graced my doorstep. A break in the cycle. The box was wet, and not from the sweat dripping off the brow. Torrential rain roared across the neighborhood. I take a fork from the kitchen to my left and place it along the packaging tape. Slowly, I lift the package till it tears and run the fork from one end to the other. Suddenly, my eyes open from 50% to 100%, but only for a brief moment. I was looking at the Nintendo Switch. My hand touches the box, and a flood of memories pours into my brain basin. I miss video games. Reaching to the side of the box was the only game I had pre-ordered. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. A mild soy smirk placates my face. My schedule demands me to release a video that day, but for a moment, I made my way to my porch. I sat on the couch, setting up my Nintendo Switch. I laid back, launching the game. What follows is an hour of real-life The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Great Plateau ambiance with rain sounds. I walked back inside that afternoon a new man. I've played Peak in a video game before. This time, I lived Peak. That hour changed how I view video games as a medium. Not to the same extent as something like Final Fantasy VII or Persona 3, yet my fingers were deep. Ooh! It was deep, knuckle deep, and there was no pulling out now. Portable AAA gaming would shape how I play video games to this day. I will forever love the Game Boys, the dual screens, the PlayStation portables, but the Nintendo Switch? This was something different. Instead of living in a dream, Reggie put me in his, because my real life had become a complete nightmare. Gaming has more than one battle station. There I was, about to blow, booting my Switch to start the show. Out my buns, thumb goes up. I'm home. The porcelain throne was your nightmare I relished. Not a moment in my life did I not spend a minimum of 20 long minutes wasted by the wayside at each stool session. The one part of my day that ate me away as a waste of time. Peering my eyes deeply into the rabbit in a snowstorm. Each hemorrhoid, every drop of dung, I will feel forever. But now, it was my moment in the sun. Thank you, Reggie Fils-Aimé. Thank you, Shigeru Miyamoto. Thank you, Eiji Aonuma. The road you put me down for the next 8 years of my life has turned me into the toilet gamer you, the viewer, see before your seeing devices. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was a taste of toiletry I never knew I needed. With each passing year, time slipped further and further away, leaving few points in each day to enjoy my favorite activity. Video games. Blending days together as quickly as I was uploading YouTube videos. The one solace I could reliably escape to being the restroom. The quiet, intimate state of secretion. I cherished it deeply. Without the Nintendo Switch, I never would have remembered what it was like to truly discover the sense of adventure. Without the Nintendo Switch, I never would have remembered what it was like to just have fun. Without the Nintendo Switch, I never would have remembered that I fucking love Japanese role-playing games. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 will forever be one of the greatest years in gaming history. And with each coming year, be it first or third party, brand new or remastered, those precious 30 wonderful minutes allowed me to see the end of many games on my backlog, new and old. I love the Nintendo Switch. With its power, time has no hold on me. Without the Nintendo Switch laying down its long, drifting stick into the industry, we wouldn't have devices like the superior Steam Deck. Even Phil Spencer appears to want a sniff of the plumber's poop. We live in a reality where Nintendo has changed the game once again, shaking the industry to its very core. And soon, the Nintendo Switch 2 comes to usurp the kingdom Nintendo Switch built. Do it, I say. Go on. You may be a lifeless, soulless husk of what came before. Not the boring we deserve, but the boring we need. The right kind of boring. I look forward to more days of pumping poop and flicking sticks at the expense of, hopefully, Cloud's potential partner. I look forward to more days of bawling my eyes out in sync with a slap of scat hitting the rim as I roll credits on, hopefully, Xenoblade Chronicles 4. I look forward to more days of laying back, patiently waiting for the fall as a smile overcomes my face in the midst of double jumping in the Mushroom Kingdom. As the March 27th Direct approaches, I feel ready to lay rest my Nintendo Switch. I write this passage at 9:32 p.m. on March 26th, 2025, without the knowledge of Nintendo's eulogy for the hybrid console. Oh shit, let's fucking go! But I do write this passage with the knowledge that as soon as I finish the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Connected, and the 100-line Last Defense Academy, I feel ready to close this chapter and embrace the time that is upon us. Satoru Iwata, rest easy, knowing that when it comes to your career, when it comes to your impact, your love for video games, your love for fun, and your creation of Nintendo Switch was not a waste of time. Because when you're timeless, there are no constraints. There are no restrictions. We could wake up tomorrow or in 1,000 years and the effects of your work will still be felt. Like an egg is fried, like an egg is fertilized, poached or sunny side, broken yolk or unbroken yolk, Nintendo Switch is the egg of video game consoles. No matter how you shape it, no matter how you mold it, no matter how you cook it, no matter where you sit your ass down, God is a video game console, and it is timeless. So, Shintaro Furukawa, chin up, tits out, and don't forget the... My name is Pinoy, and I have no idea how to review a video game console. What I do know is that Tifa Lockhart is the perfect woman. Pork is the best meat on planet Earth. I love pro wrestling, and most importantly, I love video games. If you enjoyed this video, and I know you did, join my Patreon at the $5 tier so I can make more of them. While you're at it, leave a like or a dislike. I don't care. And tell me, are you excited for the Nintendo Switch 2? Are you at peace with the Nintendo Switch? Did you enjoy your time with the console as much as I did? This video was heavily inspired by Noctopus.
Anyone want to smoke some penis?
Tim Rogers from Action Button.
They'll be filling their cars with diarrhea. They say this coming down the street.
And Timeless Tony Storm.
And I'm gonna rip your tits off!
Please go check them out. God bless you all. Tell your mother you love them, and I'll see you soon.